Good morning and welcome back to the Daily Halacha. The Daily Halacha is sponsored by the Morgan family in memory of Bella's mother, Dr. Ellen Shanzer of blessed memory, Ilana Bat Yisrael. We are discussing and learning together the laws of Basar b'chalav, meat and dairy. And yesterday we discussed the prohibition of deriving any benefit from meat and dairy that is cooked together. Now we talk about which type of meat and which type of dairy the prohibition applies to. So continuing in the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch on the laws of Basar b'chalav, u'mimasha katuv haTorah gidi b'chalev imo, since the Torah discusses this prohibition or lists this prohibition in the context of a calf and its mother's milk, lamdu chazal dimidoraita ein isur basar b'chalav ela b'basar behema tehora. That this prohibition Midoraita on the Torah level only applies to meat from a domesticated animal, a behema, b'chalav behema Torah, and the milk also has to come from a kosher domesticated animal. Aval basar of tahor v'chayat tahora b'chalav mutar levashlam ke'achat. However, when it comes to the meat of a kosher bird, fowl, or a kosher beast, like a wild animal, and in the milk of those animals as well, like the milk of a wild animal, mutar levashlam ka'achat. Those one is permitted to cook together, midoraita, ula ochlam, and eat them, midoraita. From a biblical perspective, we're going to talk about additional rabbinic prohibitions, the kal v'chomer lahanot mehem, and certainly one is allowed to derive the benefit from those. Now we get to a discussion of the unique prohibition of basar b'chalav because each of those items on their own, the meat and the dairy, are kosher. Sharei basar levado mutar, right? Meat is permitted. V'chalav levado mutar, meat on its own is also permitted, and dairy on its own is also permitted. V'shneim nimtzim b'chol mitbach, and they are found in every kitchen. And it's easy to make such a mistake and to mix them together. Therefore, therefore the rabbi said any mixture of these types of meat and dairy, even if they are not cooked together, for example, if cold dairy got mixed together with cold meat, sha'asurim ba'achila, one is not permitted to eat them. So, for example, that's why one is prohibited to have a deli sandwich with a piece of cheese on it. Those things are not cooked together, but this is one of the additional rabbinic prohibitions placed on basar b'chalav because since on their own they are each permitted and they are easily found in every household, there's a concern that they are going to be mixed. There are other similar prohibitions that the rabbis put attached to basar b'chalav, which we will get to in our next installment. Have a wonderful day.